Gun Shooting is a Hoot by me, Sarah Solano, Classes Women in Leisure, under Cynthia Eppler. History of gun shooting. Firearms were started in the 19th century for military purposes only, and within 200 years, firearms have been modified for hunting and target shooting. Competitions came up in target shooting such as rifle shooting, pistol shooting, clay pigeon shooting, and shooting with compressed rifles. Air rifles, rather. Target shooting traces can be found as far back as the 16th century, and it has been practiced in Switzerland and Germany. The origin of target shooting was in Central Europe. German Target Shooting Association Deutscher Schützenbund was founded in 1861, and the National Rifle Association of the USA was founded in 1871. In Olympic history, target shooting was part of Olympic programs. In 1896, the first modern Olympic Games took place in Athens, with the exception of 1904 and 1928. Shooting competitions have been carried out at all Olympic Games ever since. And some Olympic highlights are 5 competitions carried out, 3 for pistols and 2 for rifles. There were 11 Olympic shooting competitions. Olympic in Athens in 1906 carried out 16 different shooting competitions, while in 1912, Olympic Games in Stockholm carried out 18 shooting competitions. The Olympic shooting program in Paris in 1924 reduced down to 10 competitions, whereas the highlight performance of the team was Haiti, which never participated in the international competitions before but sent a team who was trained by the U.S. Marine Corps. At the end of the day, Haiti ranked second after the U.S. in military shooting. And on the third day, Haiti managed to rank third and won their first Olympic medal, one of 2 medals until 1996. The International Olympic Committee, or the IOC, reduced their program for Olympics in 1928. The shooting competitions were canceled. In 1932, target shooting was once again included, but only to compete in the categories of target and pistol shooting. After the World War II, the Olympic shooting was standardized considerably after all the years, and the number of competitions was fixed according to the whims, referring to the organized committee. Since 1924, no more team competitions carried target shooting. However, they are part of the World Championships. The current Olympic shooting program includes the following competitions: small bore 3 position, prone, standing, kneeling, prone shooting, air rifle, free pistol, air rifles running target, clay pigeon shooting, which includes trap, double trap, and skeet. When the Soviet shooters participated in the Olympics, they have revolutionized target shooting competitions and dominated these forms from 1956 to 1988. Because of the reduced program and the specialization of the shooters, most participants only shoot one competition, thus do not win a large number of medals. Recall, since the Olympic shooting program was subjected to several modifications in the course of the years, in 1984, for example, air rifle shooting for men, and in 1988, air shooting was also introduced. Where are the women? Well, in 1968, women have participated in target shooting Olympic competition. And in 1984, there are separate competitions. And their program consisted of air rifle shooting, small bore 3 position, and sport pistol shooting. In 1988, women's program also added air pistol shooting. Facts and figure. First, we have a picture of Margaret Murdoch. So in 1976, Margaret Murdoch from USA, first woman to win an Olympic medal event when she ranked second in the small bore 3 position competitions against her male competitors. Murdoch lay level with her teammate Lanny Basham, where you can see in the right picture, but after careful inspection of the target, Basham was declared winner according to the tiebreaker rule. While Basham was on the podium, she pulled Marek up to the podium. Women in Gun History. Phoebe Ann Oakley Mosey, born on August 13, 1860 in Patterson Township, Darke County, Ohio. Phoebe Ann was named by her mother, but her sisters called her Annie. Annie's Quaker parents were Jacob and Susan, who were originally from Pennsylvania. After a tavern fire, Annie's family moved to Ohio. Annie was a legendary markswoman. At the age of 17, she was married with Frank E. Butler, a well-known marksman who she defeated during a competition in Cincinnati, Ohio. Annie stood at 5 feet, and she was dubbed as Little Sure Shot by Chief Bull. Annie's sharp shooting skills had won her many awards and captivated audience all over near and far during a Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. Annie's name remains synonymous with firearms and entertainment. At 30 paces, Annie could slice a playing card held edgewise, shoot holes through coins at a similar distance, scramble eggs in mid-air, shot ashes out of cigarettes, snuffed candles, and shoot corks out of bottles. In 1901, Annie was in a railroad accident which partially paralyzed her, but still continued in a tour regularly. In 1916, Annie taught women how to defend themselves as well as the fine art of trap shooting. However, Annie's health deteriorated, suffering pernicious anemia and possibly lead poisoning due to all ammunition she had handled because of inhaled gunpowder. In 1922, the couple went back to Darke County, Ohio, where anemia took her life. After Annie's death, Frank simply stopped eating and died 18 days later. Annie and Frank were buried near where Annie first hunted and trapped to sustain her impoverished family. References are down below. Gun controversies with women. I have 2 pictures here. First one on your left, who happens to be a role model, and this was dated in April 1989. It's Kelly Glenn, who was the very first woman to appear on their WG cover and made a second cover appearance some years later. On your right is Linda Hamilton, the star turned in Terminator 2, who was the second newsstand edition of WG and quickly became a bestseller. Women, guns, and sexiness. For me, I think guns and women are quite sexy and liberating. Let's take, for example, Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. Croft's character in Tomb Raider, the video game, is an English archaeologist, a female adventurer in search of ancient relics. Lara Croft's character depicts a woman who definitely promotes liberal feminism. According to the Gains and Gaps, of Chapter 3 in Feminisms, the importance is the autonomy of the individual and the natural equality and freedom of all human beings. With this view, this focuses on gender justice by working to eradicate oppressive gender roles, by socializing practices, eliminate restrictive legislation, and social conventions that limit women's and men's professional opportunities. In Lara Croft's character, she is truly someone that eradicates that typical role of a meek woman with low self-esteem. I believe Croft's character encourages women that everything you do should not impede your goals and aspirations. Target shooting as a leisure. I came from a family whose father carries gun throughout my lifetime. When we were in the Philippines, he was a U.S. field examiner for the U.S. veterans. He was investigating people who had served in World War II and making sure they are appropriately compensated, or if they were truly a U.S. veteran who deserved to collect U.S. compensation. He carried a gun, and growing up, I hardly touched his weapon. My brother has a, pardon me, it should be a 9mm gun that he target shoots. I am not that fascinated in guns because I truly believe that I do not believe in violence. Until this class was presented, and with minimal reluctance, I finally convinced myself to take up this leisure. I truly want to learn the right way, so I have registered for a 30-minute class. Our instructor was Miguel, and he was very thorough and really opened my eyes on how gun is truly a dangerous weapon. Here are the links I have downloaded in YouTube. After the class, it made me a bit nervous since this is truly my first time that I'll taking I'll be taking my time and aim at the target. After Miguel's explanations, I realized that I was becoming very nervous and anxious. I started breathing deep and really was focusing on my target. Miguel was with me during the first few rounds. He noticed that I was participating in a recoil, thus losing my aim. First off, aims were off from the start, but as I started to get comfortable, I started getting all the pieces together. I was using a 22 caliber for starters, and trying to aim through the middle of the sight. That is what they called how to aim for your target on the board, or on the paper rather. And after that day, I was so done and I was so fatigued. Next, I've been using a 9mm, and boy, what a difference. The recoils are more powerful. I felt intimidated using this gun, however, I had to gain confidence and not let the gun control me. Within the next few weeks, I got better. And here's a picture of my mom. She came with me and supported me. Unfortunately, I was not able to record due to the noise, so I had someone took pictures of me. At this time, I was trying to get my better aim. However, I believe the paper was lopsided. So I think on the next few days, well, actually, at this time, I believe my aim was like going to the left. One of the weeks I purchased. One of the weeks I was practicing, I made it a family bonding, so I asked my brother to come with me. And we did, actually quite well. This shooting experience is something that I would probably take up time to time. However, with the cost that it involves, it really gets quite expensive. And I truly enjoyed taking up this leisure. And thank you for taking your time.